When I got out of the Army and came home from Iraq, within 6 months of getting home from Iraq, I was unemployed and so couldn't find a job. And so I started to look at things that I could do myself.
For 2 years, Justin Garrity was the owner and sole employee of Veteran Compost in Aberdeen. 8 years later,
we have 2 facilities, we're building a third, and we have 16 full-time employees that are on the road every day.
Many of the employees are veterans like Joe Rankin, who did 3 tours in Iraq and has been driving a truck for the company for the last 18 months.
I have designated routes where I pick up food scraps from, so a couple of hospitals, some schools, restaurants, and occasionally I make deliveries of compost.
Hiring veterans like himself is a priority for Garrity.
There's a lot of support for veterans, and it's always appreciated. But when it comes time to hire, a lot of hiring nowadays is done through the internet and done through the bots. So the keywords and the experience on a resume of a soldier or airman or sailor doesn't necessarily translate to the things that people are looking for when they set up their online job search.
Garrity says it's a shame that so many veterans are overlooked, considering they have so many valuable skills and traits.
They're able to be adaptive, they're able to take leadership, they show up on time, they steal less than regular employees. So the things that end up being the most important intangibles, I think military veterans bring to the table.
Garrity appreciates that his employees are able to handle the arduous and not so glamorous work that goes into making compost. It all begins with early morning pickups of residential and commercial food scraps.
We then mix all the nitrogen food waste. You'll have, watermelon, your orange peels, your lemon peels, things from your meat department, your fish, all the different bones, meats and bones, things from your bakery department. We bring it back here to the pad and we mix it with our carbon.
Before they can do that, they need to meticulously pick out any plastic, metal, or unwanted debris. From there,
we'll lay a layer of carbon on the bottom. Then we'll once again dump the nitrogen on top, and then another layer of carbon on top of that. And then once again, we'll mix it. Always try to refer to like you making a nice crab cake. You want everything kind of, broken down. You don't want big clumps of food in there or big clumps of carbon.
This is one big science experiment.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I would have paid attention a lot more in science classes, when I was younger.
From start to finish, it takes about 4 months for the compost to be ready to sell to the public. Employees say it's proof positive that someone else's trash can truly be turned into a treasure.
This is recycling. We're taking things that are unwanted or waste and we're turning it into something that people do want. And the compost we sell out of every year that we've made it.
He hopes that there will be an equally high demand for veterans who need work.
We're always hiring, so especially in the DC market. And like I said, we are building another facility outside of Annapolis.
There should be more Justins out there. If we have more people like him out there that's actively pursuing vets, it'd be a great change in this country.
I'm Nancy Yamada for State Circle.